Here we're going to look at an example from section 5.4. 5.4 takes what we learned about the fundamental theorem of calculus and working with definite integrals and gets into some specific applications of that. In particular, this example looks at finding the average value of a function over a particular interval. So in this section, we're given this average value formula, and it tells us that we evaluate this definite integral and we divide by 1 over b minus a. Or sorry, we multiply by 1 over b minus a. So we're dividing by the length of the interval. So essentially we've got this net area. We're dividing by the length of the interval. So we're getting an average height of the graph. Okay. And if it were rectangular, then we're taking length times width and we're dividing by width, or dividing by length, however you want to look at that. Let's look at this particular example. We set up our definite integral. We multiply by 1 over 4 minus 1 in this case, so we're multiplying by 1/3. And we just proceed with our fundamental theorem of calculus. We get our antiderivative. Antiderivative of x to the negative 1/2 is 2x to the 1/2. So I multiplied the 2 by the 1/3 there. And then the fundamental theorem of calculus is we substitute in our limits of integration. So we've got 2/3 times the difference between the square root of 4 and 1. So that's just 2/3 times 1. So our answer here is 2/3. That's telling us that if we look at the graph of 1 over the square root of x over the interval from 1 to 4, the average height of the graph is 2/3. That's an example of an average value problem. I hope you found that helpful. In the next section, 5.5, we learn the technique of integration by substitution. And so we'll look at examples of that in the next video. See you then.